Hello and welcome to Pilates number 14. This thing that I have in my hand can be used anywhere. You can put it in your briefcase, your computer bag, your purse, and a 10-minute full body routine will start you off on the right foot. So let's begin. All you need is a band. Set yourself at the end of your carpet, your mat, wherever you are. You're going to place your feet on the band itself. You're going to look down and make sure you have about a 2-fist distance between your feet. You're going to make sure your bands are even, and I have a knot in the end of my band. So all we're going to do is find that beautiful neutral spine position, pull those shoulders down, take a deep inhale, widening that rib cage, and you're going to exhale, pull that navel into the spine. Now let's roll down. Nice and long in the trunk. Inhale through the nose, and as you exhale, you're going to drop the chin to the chest. You're just going to roll down piece by piece, allowing the band to pull you down slightly. You'll notice how there is a lot of slack in my band. So I'm going to wrap that band one time around my hand. You're going to take a deep inhale. Now, as you breathe into the rib cage, you'll drop your chin to the chest and you'll pull up one vertebrae at a time, articulating that spine. And you're going to stand nice and wide. Open up those shoulders. Now you're going to really feel how that band pulls those shoulders down. Take a deep inhale. And as you exhale, dropping the chin to the chest, now you're going to feel that tension a little bit more. You're going to keep control of your core as your legs stay straight. Now, if you want more tension, you can always loop it one more time on each side. Take a deep inhale into your rib cage as you drop the chin to the chest. And you're scooping out that tummy as you're pressing your feet into the floor, activating your backside and coming all the way up to the top. Now, just think about your positioning here, how that core is nice and taut, how your shoulders are pulled down and your neck is long. Then we're going to inhale. We're just going to slightly bend the knees right there. Oh boy, you're going to keep those heels on the floor and exhale. Press into the floor, pull into the core, and activate that bum. It's called pencil in your bum crack. Inhale, you're going to bend those knees, tracking the knees towards the toes. You're hinging and you're beautiful, sticking that backside out. Exhale, pulling up and in the core, pressing your feet into the floor, activating your bum, and then you're returning that pelvis forward. Let's do one more inhale. Now, if your hands are bothering you, just undo one time. Exhale, because they might be getting a little bit tight, and we're standing back to that full neutral spine position. Shoulders are pulled back. Feel how the shoulders pull down to the earth. It's where they should be, right? Now let's roll down one more time. Take a deep inhale. Open that rib cage 360 degrees. And as we're contracting that navel to spine, you'll drop that chin to the chest. You're going to roll down from the top to the middle, to the lower back, with the legs staying nice and straight. Just hang here for the minute. If you have to release because it's too tight, like I did, tuck your chin, exhale, rolling up, restacking each vertebrae one by one, and coming to this particular position again. Just articulating and stretching that spine first, great idea. I'm going to carefully step out, release the band, and I'm going to come forward. This time, I'm going to take the band in the hand, and I'm going to have some level of tension in the band. And I'm going to lift up on the inhale, and as I open that band up, I'm going to drop that band straight down to the bum. I'm going to inhale. This way, we can exhale right here. This way, we can lubricate our shoulders. So you'll notice that I'm pinching my index finger and my thumb together. And I'm allowing my shoulders just to experience this external rotation. Here's my neutral and more of an internal rotation. I do this every single day, 8 to 10 times. The reason is it's a wonderful warm-up for a shoulder. And the biggest problem with shoulders is they're highly connected to your lower back. So if you struggle with lower back pain, this is the move for you. Let's just do 3. I'm opening it up. I'm really closing that joint system of that humeral head that fits into that shoulder socket right there. And let's do 2. Inhale, 2 come up. Exhale, 2 go down. Inhale, 2 come up. Exhale, 2 go down. Now you might feel a burning in your shoulders. That is okay. You're just warming them up and lubricating. Inhale, coming straight up, and exhale, coming straight down. Now what I love to do after this is pull my shoulders down with tension in the band and look down in between my feet. I'm just getting that chin to go down to my chest, and I'm relaxing those shoulders, pulling them down, and taking a big inhale here, and an exhale. Now I'm going to lift my hands shoulder height. Now I'm going to be real careful the way my wrists react to this tight resistance right here. We don't want our thumbs to come into our forearms. We want to keep the finger and thumb long. And then we're going to let that go only to that tension point. Big inhale. Here is where our shoulder blades kiss, and here is where our shoulder blades open. Feel that? Let's do it 2 more times. Inhale, come up. Exhale. Inhale, opening up, and exhale, closing. Now, anytime you have to shake those arms out because you're feeling that burning effect, let's step off of my mat for just a minute. And I'm going to go a little bit tighter, about shoulder width apart now. Feel that tension. You never want it to go loosey-goosey. Inhale, lift. And you're going to exhale, lower down. Now, in this process, as we're taking the navel to the spine, you want to feel the back muscles moving. Inhale. And exhale, pulling in that core, dropping the scapula down the back. So it should be kind of a feeling like the back muscles are trying to be coming. The back muscles are trying to pull down, place them in your back pocket. Even think of a cascading waterfall. Inhale here, and then scooping out that tummy as you lower that down. So let's go ahead, lift one more time. As we inhale, now we're going to shift to the right. We're going to come back up, and we're going to shift to the left and come back up. Now, in this lateral movement, we want to make sure you're using, in this lateral movement, we want to make sure you're envisioning a wall of glass in front of you and a wall of glass behind you. And you're trying to move within those 2 panes of glass, 1 more on each side. Now, anytime fingers start burning, forearms, shoulders, you want to inhale, you want to exhale, lower them down, give those shoulders a break, look down at your feet, wiggle those fingers, take a deep inhale, lifting it straight up. Now I'm going to pull the band a little bit more so that it's more than shoulder distance apart. You're going to inhale. You're going to get this left bicep to your left ear and then pull that shoulder down on the right. You're going to inhale, bring that back to that tension point. Exhale, lifting up and over, getting that right bicep to the right ear. Inhale, exhale. Now as this arm drops, we're going to make sure the shoulder drops on the left, the one that's going down to my hip. Inhale to that tension mark. Exhale, coming over, staying in that lateral plane. Inhale, exhale, pulling down. Inhale to the tension mark. Exhale, staying in that lateral plane. Inhale, bicep to ear. Exhale, come down. And do a little bit of a movement that's called an arrow. Now you can come to a lateral position here, and this is our last movement, but you're just working all over. So I have about an arm's distance away from my shoulder to my hand with the band. There's a little tension there. Then I'm going to pull back, and I'm just going to lift up as that elbow comes back. I'm going to inhale to take it forward at shoulder height, then an arrow on the other side, pull back, works a little bit of the rib cage. If you're sitting maybe at a conference or just sitting at home, you really want to work the rib cage. Going forward, shoulder height, pull back that elbow, forward, and you get that little stretch in the sides as well. Love this movement because it helps my hips. Whew. Let's do 1 more on each side. Inhale and exhale. Take the time to subscribe. You'll see that YouTube will notify you. Thanks for joining me.